Welcome back to Triple Alpha Sports Talk. I'm Josh. No Bryce again. But that's Roy over there. Two-man show today. We're going to do the damn thing, Roy, aren't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't miss too often. So
Yeah.
Bryce has only been on here, once in the last month, probably?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
A month and a
anymore.
half, probably. So,
Yeah. Do we have an exciting episode. I will tell you that. Before we start, I'm going to tell you hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Roy, I don't know if you know this. The last 3 or 4 videos, about 40 and 50 views on YouTube by itself. Not with all the other platforms. I know we have listeners. I thought we actually had more listeners and watchers. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe people really
maybe we're catching on. I mean, we're getting close to 100 episodes. We're still trying to plan that. I have some ideas that we'll shoot. We'll at drill weekend. We'll talk about this and see what we can get together.
Reason I say exciting episode, guys, like button and subscribe. It's our first week talking football. It's been a long
NFL.
We've talked baseball, which me and Roy don't mind, and Bryce is coming around, but let's be real, we all want to talk some football. We got 8 weeks out till, well, now it's under 8 weeks, but 8 weeks till the first game, which would be Dallas.
6 weeks, 6 weeks for college football.
Yep.
That's the best thing.
We have 8 divisions, so this lines up perfectly. Ooh, I'm watching the All-Star game. Pete Crow Armstrong just hit a double off Carlos Rodon. All right. So, I didn't know what division to start with first. This is not because I'm a Cowboys fan. I really do not care. I am going to save the NFC East for last because 2 NFC East teams are going to open football, Cowboys and Philly. So, I'm going to save them for last for that reason, not because I'm a Cowboys fan. So, I did the polar opposite. I went all the way out to the AFC West. That was my plan. We will do all AFC, then I will go to all NFC. I'm not going to do AFC West, NFC West, whatever. So, Roy, last place. We're just going to jump it off. We're going to recap their roster. I can talk about additions and subtractions. In football, there's a ton. I'm really
don't go into too detail with that. Just
it'll be pretty simple once we go through the roster super fast. I'm not going to go through every player. Let's start it. Last place in the AFC West last year was the Raiders. They get a new head coach. Pete Carroll coming back to come to Las Vegas thanks to Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the number one reason he came. They finished 4-13. I don't remember exactly what pick they had, but I'm gonna say it was around 4, 3, 6. They were in that
somewhere on that. Yeah.
Top
5. I think it was top 5.
Maybe it was 5. You might be right.
Because they could have picked a quarterback or something.
Yep. With that pick, they take Ashawn Gentry. Man, why is Ashawn Gentry? They also, in the backfield, they add Raheem Mostert, former Dolphin speedster, older now. Big move of the offseason. They trade for Geno Smith to pair him with rookie tight end sensation. Well, not rookie anymore, but rookie last year, Brock Bowers. Offensive line has Colt Miller, Jackson Power Johnson. It's not a great offensive line, but not bad. Max Crosby is back from injury. Left edge, one of the best pass rushers in football. Christian Watkins, D tackle. They pick up Jermaine Pratt, linebacker. Their linebacker room looks a little iffy to me. And I don't know a whole lot of the corners outside of Eric Stokes. They do have Jeremy Chin, former, I want to say second-round pick from Washington. And then, outside of that, there isn't a whole lot of big names. I mean, there was a reason they were 4-13 last year. Roy, you got anything to say about Vegas?
Well, I mean, what they did this year was load up on young guys. Pete Carroll came in, and I can't remember. They have a bad salary cap last year, was it? Yeah, I don't remember. And so,
they're not paying a quarterback, but outside of that,
that was the problem, I think. And they decided just to go young. And knowing Pete Carroll, he likes the younger guys because he feels he can coach those guys. He did that a long time up there in Seattle. You replace your quarterback, a bad quarterback situation, and you bring in Geno Smith. Geno's had some flashes of being good.
Yeah.
But overall, he's just not. I mean, he's not a team that's a quarterback that's going to come in there and win you ball games, in my opinion. They're going to, you brought in Brock Bauer, you drafted him, and you got Ashawn Gentry as your starting. I mean, 2 young rookies. So your defense got some young guys, except for Max Crosby, which is still good. And I wouldn't be surprised if they
Yeah.
Some point try to trade him again.
Coming off a season where they moved Devontae Adams, who was their best player.
So I could see something like that again. So this team it's young. They're going to struggle. There's a reason, like you said, there's a reason why they were fourth in the AFC West, and that's probably where they're going to be again this year.
Yeah, I really like the Genty pick. I don't remember who was on the board for him quarterback wise. It was not a strong quarterback class.
No.
I don't hate the decision to pass. They really didn't give up a whole lot for Geno Smith anyway. Seattle was really just trying to dump his money. Brock Bowers, I like the direction they're trying to go. They're trying to get a run-first offense. Pete Carroll likes run-for offenses.
Except in the Super Bowl on the goal line.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Damn, Kyle's not going to like that. But the bones that they're creating, Bowers, Genty, decent offensive line starting to come around. They have Kappa, Johnson, Miller. I see the form, but they're not there yet. They're far away. They're just bad. Geno Smith, like you said, he's a game manager. I don't know why he fits this age, like this group. I feel like he's on the back end and they're all wanting to start, but
money.
It could be, you never know. He could play out of his mind and they could deal him. It could be something like that.
That happened last year at the beginning of the season for Seattle. He played awesome.
Yeah.
And then went in a lull.
Yeah. So I like the direction. They got a brand new stadium out there. Vegas is exciting. People want to play in Vegas. You could get some free agency if some of these young kids really step up, but they're pretty far away still, in my opinion. That takes us to the third place team. Now, third place teams usually aren't too hot. This third place team was 10-7 last year and in the playoffs. And maybe I would say definitely the surprise of football last year, the Denver Broncos. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Roy, I'll let you go ahead. Do you have the chart open?
Yep, I got it right here.
Name some of the big boys.
Well, I can just tell you, I got your depth chart is what I got. I don't think it shows me any. I mean, you got quarterback Bo Nix, R.J. Harvey, Cortland Sutton still there, Mims Jr. Vele or whatever. He's not even tight end. Evan Ingram's there. I think he came over from Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
So,
came from Jacksonville.
Defensive wise, there's some names. I mean, no family. I mean, Greenlaw and Singleton are both, I think, are decent linebackers.
Yep.
I mean, you got Surtain still there, but how old is he now?
He's not old at all. He's like,
I thought he was like in his late 20s.
No, he's only, I think this is like year 4 maybe, and he came out at like 22. So maybe.
So I mean, you still got some good players. I don't have I don't see you have the acquisitions and all that. I don't have that.
No, it was more.
I mean, there wasn't probably a lot for them.
I just know who was there and who wasn't. I mean, you look at Bo Nix, really, really good rookie year. A lot of question marks coming in last year about the pick. Look good. Cortland Sutton's a really good receiver.
Oh yeah.
Evan Ingram, it's just another weapon. He's a good receiving tight end. He can't block a lick, but that's not why he's there. Offensive line to me it's okay. It's not great. But the defense I think is pretty good. He's
good.
They have a good D tackle in John Franklin Myers. Their edge rushers are okay, but they use their linebacker. Greenlaw is going to be a rusher versus just a straight drop back linebacker. Surtain he's got to be a top 5 corner in the game at this point. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and debate who it is, but he's definitely top 5. They get the 49ers safety Hufanga from free agency, and they draft a slot guy, Jihad Barron, or I don't know exactly how you say his first name, but really, really good defense in my opinion. I mean, I think this team is solid. The running back makes me a little nervous. R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbins. I don't love the group, but I do like, if Bo Nix takes another step, Cortland Sutton, they also had Pat Bryant, Illinois legend, by the way. Forgot to add that. Who's basically Cortland Sutton, just a rookie version. If this offense can continue to be good and take next steps, this defense is good enough to get them into the playoffs again. And you never know. Once you're in, it takes one game, one game at a time. You never know. They're in a hard division. They just are. But, I mean, 10-7 last year with a rookie quarterback who should only get better and have more weapons. I like the Denver Broncos this year.
Yeah, I mean, Cortland, Bo Nix had probably the surprise season of any of the quarterbacks that were drafted. I mean, he's 26 years old, 26, so he's played a lot of football. I thought he'd be better. I thought he'd be good, but I didn't think he'd be that good. I thought he would be. He could. I didn't really think the Denver Broncos would be that good.
Yeah.
But they
their
turned out to
defense
be
was so good last year.
Their defense.
Anytime they put points up, they won.
And their defense they built that defense for years. Even with Peyton Manning there, I mean, they've just always been building that defense up. But Sean Payton's one of the best coaches in the game. I mean, I love Sean Payton. I mean, I think he's got a mind, unlike like a lot of coaches. He's very open to he takes players who are average and turns them into great players. I think that break between the Saints and then coming to Denver helped him a lot. I think kind of grew him up a little bit more, realizing what he needed to be doing. I'm not like you. The run game, I'm still a little bit hesitant on. I felt like they ran Bo Nix a little too much last year, and I don't like that. I just don't like when you run the quarterback that much. I think you're going to get him hurt. This defense will carry him. They're good. They're going to put a lot of pressure. The West has got some good defenses, and this is one of the best ones.
Yep. And then, we talked about the Broncos being the surprise team. A lot of people had the Los Angeles Chargers to be one of the worst teams. They lose.
Shouldn't with the best coach in football.
What's that?
Shouldn't, because they had the best coach in football.
Oh yeah. They fired all their coaches. They bring in a coach who had, not been in the NFL, and Jim Harbaugh, and how long? 8 years at that point? 7 years?
He was in Michigan for 8 years.
8 years. So yeah, there you go. They still had Justin Herbert last year, but they lost like Keenan Allen, a lot of their defense, but 11-6 in the playoffs. Justin Herbert, one of the best quarterbacks in football. They add Najee Harris from Pittsburgh. They also draft Amarian Hampton in the second round, it might have been a first-round pick. I lied. It might be a first-round pick. And then the emergence of Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey won me a fantasy championship, basically. So he was unbelievable. Quentin Johnson, who drops every other pass. Mike Williams still there. Really good offensive line. They signed Mekhi Becton from the Eagles, who turned him into a guard. But Joe Alt was there. Oh, Joe Alt was a first-round pick as well. Rashawn Slater, one of the best tackles. Really, really good offense that they've put together. Defensively, it's a little bit less. I don't love their D tackles. Honestly, I don't know some of these people. I know Tulupu, but I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Khalil Mack's still there off the edge. They still have Derwin James. The question marks definitely on the defense and in the secondary. But offensively, this is a really good team.
Yeah, when you lead off with the best coach in football, then you got Justin Herbert, who is, the guy can sling it. There's nothing else you can say about him. And the guy can throw a football. He's pretty dang good. And if you can get the run game rules, I think struggled a little bit last year, in my opinion. So now you got Najee Harris, who's just a pound and ground guy who can do some well. I think he'll do well. The receiving core's better than what what I thought. They brought in they got some linemen. They really tried to boost up that offensive line, which is that's the staple point of Jim Harbaugh, who loves that. He loves the offensive line and defensive line. He's always loved that, and he really put in a lot into that. You look at the defense. Deshaun Hand. He's a guy who played at Alabama for years. Number one. He used to be a number one high school player coming out of high school. He was really good. Khalil Mack there. My boy Junior Colston, Michigan boy, kicks some ass, boy. Derwin James Jr. is a pretty good safety. I think. They got young, different kind of group, fast guys in the defense. I don't know how that. I love their defensive coordinator, but he was at Michigan for years. I think he's smart. I think he knows. There's a difference from the college game and high school. Like, he did a really good job last year. He likes these fast guys, and I don't know. We'll see how these guys will do it. And he just needs upfront people to do it. And then maybe he went out and got some guys, and hopefully this will turn his team and make him take the next step, which is what Harbaugh does. Yep.
And then the powerhouse, Super Bowl losers of last season, the Kansas City Chiefs, after a 15-2 season. I'm going to be honest, not a lot has changed from this team. They really have managed their payroll to where they can retain a lot. Patrick Mahomes is still their quarterback. Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are still the running backs. Rashid Rice, Boo Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy, and Hollywood Brown, who should be healthy this season. Travis Kelce still kicking, but Noah Gray's emerging as a good tight end in their backup. Offensive line definitely has a few question marks. I would definitely say at left tackle, Jalen Moore and Mike Salindo. Sorry, I can barely see it. On the left side, but Creed Humphrey, really good tackle. Today for us, Trey Smith, newest highest paid right guard in all football. And then Juwan Taylor over on the right side. Defensively, George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, Trent McDuffie, a lot of the names that you know. All of the coaches are still there. I mean, it's the Chiefs. They are a dynasty. I know they've lost 2 Super Bowls in this, but we know how – or Roy knows he's not a huge NFL fan, but it is hard to win football games and get to the Super Bowl. And for this perennial dynasty to just continue to roll, it's just impressive. I know they lost last year, but still, they're just as good as they've ever been, really. Roy, you got anything else?
Oh, yeah. I think they should bench Patrick Mahomes for Gardner Minshew. Come on. Get the good guy in there. No, this team, I mean, they've done a good job of mixing young guys with older guys and things. The only thing I do worry about is their offensive line. They did get rid of a couple guys. Yep. I mean, they weren't great last year. You try to replace them with some draft guys they've developed and stuff. But, maybe, Coach Reed Andy Reid is probably one of the top 5 coaches ever. So, I mean, that's the problem. Chris Jones, I mean, the guy's a stud, but he's getting older. I mean, I don't know whether that'll stick around. Mike Dana, Michigan lover. Come on, boys. Another one. You see they're all across the place. But that defense is decent. I mean, they did well last year.
Well, yeah, they play good team defense.
They play good defense, and the offense doesn't make mistakes. And that's what. But they like that deep ball. And then have Travis Kelce underneath. I mean, that's what they got Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown to go to do that and hopefully things spread it out. So
and they have such a good run game with a Pacheco and Hunt back to back. I mean, it's very.
They got a good roster. They're going to be a team, one of the top teams in the AFC, which I have them probably the 3rd best, but we'll talk about that later. Sorry.
So I don't have anything else. Again, this is all previews. We're not going to dive deep into schedules, all that. We do our daily or weekly picks every week for all the games. This is just a brief overview.
Are we going to do it like how we predict it's going to order? Are we doing our prediction in the order of it? Are we doing that later?
That's what I was just getting ready to. I will do the prediction order, and we can before the season. Training camp injuries happen. What happens if Cortland Sutton for the Broncos collides with Evan Ingram and they're both out for 6 weeks? I'm going to move where the Broncos finish in my standing. So we don't have to lock these in, but I am going to make a sheet, just like I did for baseball. We have our sheet. I actually am going to go over, because it's the All-Star break, our predictions for the divisions. So for football, I'm going to let Bryce go first. I know Bryce isn't here. He sent me his stuff. Bryce has in last I almost had it reversed. Last place, Bryce does have the Raiders.
Yeah.
In 3rd place, now he doesn't give me record or who's making the playoffs, but that's okay. 3rd place, he's got the best coach in football, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Best coach in football.
In 2nd place, for the first time, he has the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
Now, Bryce has always been a big Chiefs hater. He hates the Chiefs. He hates teams that just win. He hates them. He's just sick of them. He probably honestly thinks the Chiefs will win. He just does not want to pick them because he hates them that much. And then in 1st, he does have the Denver Broncos, which my girlfriend's father and family would be very happy about.
I say his aunt and will be very happy to hear that.
Oh, I would also like to point out, we went over these teams. I will be going to a football game of 2 of these teams in the division. I will be going to I don't know the exact date, but it's like December 4th, Denver in Vegas. We'll be going to that game. So
you're going to Vegas? When are you going?
I am. Natalie's doing a residency conference there. She has to go to. It's mandatory. So her family's a Broncos fan. So we just casually looked at the Raiders schedule, as every sports fans do. And the Denver Broncos are in town on that weekend. So we are all making it a trip, and we're going.
I'll be in Vegas in November, but I won't be going to a Raiders game. So,
Roy, would you like to go next? You want me to?
I can go next. Mine will be the same as this year's. I think the Raiders will be last place. I have the Broncos in third. I think, and I have the Chargers in first. And I mean, until the Chiefs get dethroned, I'm going to keep the Chiefs at first.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know how many of these we are going to have, but I am very happy that we all three are going to have different rankings. I feel like baseball, we did not have that. We had very similar ones. I am going to have the Raiders in fourth. I am going to drop the Chargers down from second to third, but I am going to have the Broncos in second, and I am going to have the Chiefs in first. So we are all going to, me and Bryce have the same. We have our top two flipped. And then you have the same order now, which would be the Chargers and the Broncos flipped.
Yep.
Second and third. But so one of us.
Now it's funny. You brought up that, anybody can get hurt in the training camp.
Yep.
The only story I got about fantasy football was that we were sitting at a draft in Buffalo Wild Wings doing fantasy football draft, and my buddy Pete drafted a guy. I wish I could remember his name. Looked up on the screen after about 3-4 picks later, the guy was out for a year, tore his ACL in training camp. So so that's why things happen in training camp. It's hilarious how that stuff happens.
Doing drafts before training camp ends.
Yeah, well, we do it the last weekend.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get around it. I get it, but damn, things like that.
It's that's the story I wanted to say because Pete loves that. He loves when we bring that up to him because not kidding. It was like 4 picks later, the guy, and then it was on a hot topic on breaking news and on ESPN.
I've seen something similar. The guy watches baseball but doesn't, or watches football, but he's not like a football guru. But we played in this expensive money league, and he took a guy in the middle of rounds who was already out for the season, but he didn't know that, so he just took him.
Oh, I had a guy. We had a buddy who would. He would pick Randy Moss, and he'd been retired for 3 years, so he just didn't pay attention who was going on.
Exactly. All right. That's all I got for football. Roy, you got anything else?
Nope. NFL. We'll get college football in a couple weeks.
Yep. All right. MLB. I'm going to rip our draft standings super quick. Not a lot has changed. Bryce is in first at 320, and I have double-checked all these, so these numbers are accurate and correct for sure. A lot of time away, so some of them got a little off by 1 or 2, but they are all correct. Bryce is in first at 320. Roy, you are in second. You are 14 behind him at 306. We have made ground this week. Bryce, the Dodgers really limped in.
Good.
And the Tigers kind of limped in, as well as the Rays. They also kind of limped in. So he finally slowed down a little bit. You're 14 back at 306. Of Bryce, I am 31 back. So I'm a ways back there, but I was 40. So I made 9 games in like a week and a half.
Hell, we're still got 2.5 months. So things can really be, I think it's really interesting, especially at the All-Star break and then the trade deadline stuff.
Yep. So I'm at 289. And again, middle of the month, July, we're not going to make any trades or anything like that. We are not going to talk trade deadline this one. We're going to next week. We will dabble into it. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm right. I believe we have 2 episodes. Yes.
I think 2 episodes.
We have 2 episodes. So next week we will dabble. We might talk about it. The following week we will definitely be doing some type of game on who we think, position.
Well, in 2 weeks, I'll be on vacation. I may have some people with me on my podcast with us. So nice. We'll see.
But the only other thing that I want to talk about baseball was the MLB draft, Roy. The MLB draft went on.
Yeah, it went. It came and went.
Did you get to see any of the picks or anything like that?
Yeah, I looked at the picks because I always like to look to see. There's always a few names that I really want to see. Mostly local guys around here that I know or that I've followed through high school or they're in college. Just to see if they got drafted. Most of them, a lot of them didn't. A local kid here, Brandon Custon, I thought he was at Louisville. I really thought he would. But it was just most time I try to pay attention to them. I watched the first round. The Yankees didn't get one until pick 39. So really,
well, they were 29 and They're over the threshold. So
yeah. So I went to and then I always check to see what Michigan players got drafted.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know if many of our viewers know this. Most drafts, football, basketball, your number one player is going first. Doesn't matter. The amount is already dedicated to that position, that number. Doesn't matter if you take the number one player or the worst player in the class. They're going to make number one overall pick money locked in.
Well, you can spread it over 3 rounds if you want to.
Correct. Baseball does not do it like that. The signing bonus is the salary is, but the signing bonus is negotiable. Well, teams are only allowed a certain amount. Well, if the player is requesting an absurd amount, teams avoid it. And number one pick, Nationals, they interviewed the Nationals' current GM because they fired their other one 2 weeks ago, said, weren't going to pay the number one guy what he wanted. So what did they do? They took someone else.
Took a high school kid.
Well, they took a high school kid to not go to college. And also, the Nats saved – I have the drafting open. The Nats saved considerable money against the $11 million top pick, only giving Willits 8.9, the lowest for a first-round – a number one pick in 4 years.
Yep, you can do that. A lot of teams do that.
The baseball draft, best players now, baseball works different. Yes, there's a lot of busts. They take a long time to get there. We get it. But I'm going to be honest. I thought it was for sure – Holiday or Anderson. Anderson was the LSU.
I really thought it was going to be Anderson.
I really thought it was going to be Anderson. He slides, and the Angels, who would pick it too, are notorious for saying, screw the minors. We want you in the big leagues tomorrow. Let's be real. College pitcher who just pitched in the College World Series, perfect fit. Angels need pitching. They go and take another pitcher who was not projected to go in the top 10 for under slot value.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I really don't get it. Why would take a project when I'm going to be honest? They could have taken Cade Anderson. He probably could have been pitching in 2 weeks for him if they needed him.
Yeah. Especially the Angels. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mariners at 3. I mean, you got to just be licking your chops. Already an excellent pitching factory. Gilbert, Kirby, Wu, Hancock, Emerson. Throw Cade Anderson in there. Wealth of riches there. But yeah, so I'll just read through the top 10. National take Eli Willits, shortstop, high schooler, won't see for a while. Angels, Tyler Bremer. Could see him. Assuming it's the Angels, you're probably going to see him pretty quick, but not great numbers. Mariners take Cade Anderson, who was presumed to be the number one pick. Rockies take Ethan Holiday. High schooler, going to probably be a little bit, but it goes with his dad's team. Cardinals take Liam Doyle out of Tennessee. Bryce probably hates that Tennessee guy going.
I know that Doyle's pretty good.
Oh, lights out. Will only be if he can, get a third pitch. He has a fastball and a slider that are electric. What else can he do? Pirates take, which some people thought was the number one player, but nobody likes to take right-handed pitchers out of high school. Seth Hernandez.
Yep.
After that, I really don't know a whole lot about the players. Those 6, I actually know about the player well. Marlins take Avia Architect. I don't know if I'm saying the right. Shortstop out of Oregon State. Blue Jays take JoJo Parker, high school shortstop. Common theme. Reds take Steele Hall, shortstop, high schooler. And the White Sox take Billy Carlson, again, shortstop out of high school.
Yeah, because shortstop, you can put him in multiple positions. I mean, they're at the Athletics. So
I will also say the 11th pick, just because I do know who the 11th pick was. I actually was very high on this guy, Jamie Arnold, left-handed pitcher out of Florida State. Really good fastball slider, but he's going to the Athletics where he'll if he comes up while they're still in Sacramento, that ball flies out of that ballpark. And I assume what I've heard is Vegas, how hot it is there. The ball flies in Vegas. Definitely going to stay away from him for my fantasy dynasty league, unfortunately, even though I was looking to get him. I just don't want to get a Athletics pitcher. But yeah, you got anything else, Roy? I know it's gonna be a while till we see most of these guys anyway.
Oh yeah, nothing on. No, I mean the Oregon State kid that got picked shortstop, he was pretty good. I watched him against Michigan in the college baseball playoff. So no, minor leagues are just they draft and you just hope to hit. That's what it is. You hope some kids can move up quickly and do well, and they don't get hurt. And there's a lot of factors to it.
Yeah, I play a dynasty baseball league, Roy. Everyone in our league is pretty invested. Like we have minor leaguers and all that stuff. So when we do the draft every year, we get 2 rounds. There's 10 of us, so there's 20 picks total, and it's just rookies. That's all there is in the draft. I have a lot of prospects, but I am probably going to have the number 1 pick. Do you have any guesses on who I'm probably going to take? I'll never say for sure, but
Probably Anderson.
I probably am taking Kate Anderson. I just think he'll get there quicker. The ball does not fly in Seattle, and I trust Seattle to really develop him. So I was going to take him probably if he went to Washington because I thought Washington would have him up sooner. And I also had Mackenzie Gore, so I was like, ooh, I'll have 2 Nationals. But it's only between Anderson and Holiday. Holiday going to Colorado is the only reason I would have debated him because that ball flies there and he's going to have power. But I don't think I have the time to wait. I think it's going to be probably 2 years plus till he gets there.
Probably. He's good. I think he might.
I just don't want to wait 2 years to get him.
I mean, Colorado sucks, so he might be a bit earlier than you think.
High school player, especially high school hitters, they just need a little bit more time to see that type of pitching consistently.
And the wooden bats.
Yeah. But I don't think I have anything else. I just want to go over the draft a little bit. I don't have a game this week.
The only thing I have for is All-Star games suck. I don't know why anybody watches any kind of All-Star games. They all stupid. I hate them. I wish this was just a break time where they didn't do shit. I don't like the ESPYs. I don't like any of this shit. Let's get back to the ball games. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Roy's a hater.
I hate All-Star games.
I'm currently recording the All-Star games on right now. NL leads 2-0. They all scored off Freak Super Bowl. I say he loses the Cy Young.
When you're a kid, it's great because you got to see your favorite players play on one team. But you know what? Who cares? Now these guys don't care. They're out there just to do nothing. I mean, it's just dumb. I hate it. Let them rest.
I like baseball's All-Star weekend. The Big Dumper won the home run derby last night. I don't know if you saw it. It was pretty electric. I'm really not a fan of the home run derby.
No,
I don't like the format.
I don't even remember last time I watched it.
But last night's was good. It was because it was close. That usually you have someone who runs away with it. Last night's was good because it was tight the whole way.
No.
Also, I don't know if you didn't see this because you didn't watch it. You know how they have those kids in the outfield just catching the home run balls that don't get out? A kid robbed one last night, Roy. It wasn't like he didn't jump the wall, but the wall was at like his elbow-ish, and he ran right to the back of the wall and got it. Now they counted it, but like I had never seen that before. I like it
when they get hit in the head.
Yeah, a couple people got hit last night, but I've never seen someone rob a home run in the home run.
I've never seen anybody.
That was fun.
That's crazy.
All right, that's all I got. Next week we will do the AFC, probably South, AFC South. Colts, Jags, them.
All right, we'll get that going.
Yep.
Maybe Bryce will be back on next week. We'll see.
We'll see. Like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
All righty.